You want to help me make a brain jello? Okay. Hello, Jamie Premack here, and today I wanted to show you all how I make the brain jello that I sometimes use with my Five Nights at Freddy's Mangle cosplay. I've done this a few times and I often get asked how I make this jello. I figured since I will be live streaming to celebrate getting 10K subs finally on YouTube, I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me live stream with Mangle, and I figured to celebrate I would make a brain jello for her. So I do want to state clearly from the get-go that it's not my recipe. I use this recipe, I'll pull it up on the screen properly, from anascooking.com. It's called raspberry jello mold parentheses Polly's pink stuff. This is a really great recipe, super easy. You actually only need 4 ingredients, and also you of course need a brain jello mold. I got this off Amazon for like $12 or something like that, and it's reusable, obviously. I've used it a few times now. Other than that, all you need is 16 ounces of crushed pineapple, 6 ounces of raspberry gelatin. We'll also need 2 cups of buttermilk and 8 ounces of Cool Whip, which is just literally one of those whole whipped cream containers. And that's it. It's super easy, so I'm gonna show you all how I do it. Okay, so to start off with, medium saucepan, and we just open up these pineapple containers, and you literally just dump the whole thing in, juice and all. And sometimes your cat might think that you opened up a can of cat food and is now very upset with you. Yeah? Mm-hmm. It's not cat food. You don't want that. Cats don't want that. Next up, we're gonna add the raspberry gelatin. Literally just dump it in there. Hi, Glenn. And stir. We have both cats now. There's Sid. Anyway, such a like awesome gore color. Perfect for a Five Nights at Freddy's snack. So next up, we're gonna bring this to a boil over medium-high heat. Thankfully, this part doesn't take too long. It smells so good though. It's not for you though, Glenn. It's like this like tutti fruity smell. It's so good. That's the thing, like it looks gross, right? Because it's a brain jello made for a horror cosplay, but it's like actually delicious. We're boiling, so we're gonna take it off the heat, and we actually need to let this get down to room temperature, which might take a bit of time because next up we're gonna add the buttermilk and the Cool Whip, and of course if we added that to a boiling mixture, we would just end up burning everything. You know, while that's cooling, should we say hi to the cats? So, that's Sid. Here's Sid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. While I wait for the jello to reach room temperature, I think we can feed the kitties. It is time. Let's make these cats happy. They steal food from each other if we let them. Check the temp on this. I think it's almost there. It's pretty cooled down. It's also delicious. I'm gonna give it like 10 more minutes. Okay, I just double checked and it does seem like it is more or less room temperature now. So next step, 2 whole cups of buttermilk, wholly unhealthy Batman. And it just goes straight into the mixture. Isn't that pretty? Finally getting that brain color happening. Last but not least, an entire container of Cool Whip. Come on, don't tell me you don't do that. We just fold the entire thing in. Yeah. Brain is finally getting brainy consistency. Chunky. That's looking good. Okay, so now the mixture is ready. We can actually pour it into the mold, and I cannot stress this enough. Grease the brain Jello mold. This goes for any Jello mold you will ever make in your life. If you don't do this, you will never actually get a brain back out of the mold. You can finally pour the mixture in. And now we put it in the fridge. And this is the scary part. There's nothing left to do but play the waiting game. I will definitely be checking on it in the morning before the stream starts because I don't want to find out once I'm already in the Mangle cosplay whether or not this thing actually set or not. But here's to hoping. Okay, it's the next morning. Let's see if this turned out okay. This side got a little stuck in there. That's okay. The rest of it turned out perfect. Ta-da! Let's see what Mangle thinks of the brain, eh? Mangle thinks it is freaking delicious. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this vlog, of course, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, all that good stuff. You can find me all over social media, same username at Jamie Premack. You can find me on Patreon if you would like to support me. I want to give a special shout out, of course, to my $10 patrons. I love you all so much. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, or else. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.